Yo everybody, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video, another top-listing episode, this time on 18 activities you didn't know you could do in Clash Royale. Now these activities are very secretive, they're hard to know about, but if you are a very experienced player, high chances that you know that some of these do exist. Now for the video, let's try and break over 2,000 likes. Like I said before, on all of our videos, you guys have been smashing the like bar, but it is a bit too cocky to raise the like bar just yet, as I promised you guys that for this month, our like bar would be kept at 2,000 likes. And make sure to send me your best Clash Royale clips. I will feature them on the channel in another great compilation video, probably another Funny Moments episode later on. But anyways, let's take a look at these crazy 18 Clash Royale activities that you probably didn't know you could do. Number 1, the graveyard can spawn skeletons even after overtime. Now this fact won't actually help you in a Clash Royale game because in overtime it's already too late, the game is finished. But on a side note, it is kind of cool to know that even in Clash Royale overtime, things still do happen. Number 2, the Inferno Tower can kill the bandit while dashing, and also it can kill the Hog Rider during its jump. So even if your Inferno Tower is against the bandit all the time, this fact can help you just face her off, give you more confidence to place your Inferno Tower against the bandit card. And to those people using Hog Riders, don't expect your Hog Rider while jumping over the river to reset the Inferno Tower's attack on the card. It will still roast your card at the same rate as it would if it wasn't jumping. Number 3, you can see your gems obtained for free and purchased if you change your language. So if you go ahead, go to your Clash Royale settings, change your language, and you click on the gem icon, there will be 2 numbers at the bottom of the text. The first number shows you your total gems that you've actually purchased in the game, and your second text is the amount of gems you've got for free in the game. Very interesting information. If you want to find out how much money you've spent on the game in total, go ahead and convert your gem count to dollars, and your money spent on Clash Royale will show up. Number 4, the prince can kill the electric wizard before it lands on the actual battlefield. So when the prince is charging, and you decide to land an electric wizard on top of the prince card, the actual electric wizard image won't show up on the screen. The card will die instantly before it even lands, and all you're gonna see is a zap image and also the timer thing that shows when the card is spawning down and how long it's gonna take to spawn down. A really cool Easter egg. Maybe it's not an Easter egg, but more of a glitch, but cool stuff. Number 5, if you place the executioner right beside the lava hound, when it explodes into lava pups, if it is 1 tile away from the lava hound, when it does explode, the lava pups will purposely clump into a small group for the executioner to kill them all at once in one swing. Strategically, this is very useful when you are facing a lava hound with your executioner card. Just make sure to place it 1 tile away from the lava hound, and you will kill its lava pups in one swing. Number 6, if you're ever going for a massive push, and your troops just get frozen, if you got a clone spell, land it on all of your troops, and you will get unfrozen copies while your actual copies are still frozen. A very cool strategic fact, because while the tower is focused on the original copies, your clone copies can go for the kill on the tower and take it out. If you're ever down a tower and there's only a couple of seconds left, try this tactic out, and you might end up picking off a tower in a lucky matter. Number 7, even when the Hog Rider is jumping in midair, you still can't freeze the card. It won't freeze actually in midair, but when it lands on the ground, it will be frozen. A cool fact, I thought that the Hog Rider could dodge any spell while it is in midair, but apparently it can't dodge a freeze spell even when it's jumping between rivers. It will just simply freeze on the ground when it does land. Number 8, if you have a tornado and a mirror card in your deck, which most people don't by the way, you can go ahead and place them down in order. They'll make any opponent's card go in the wrong direction even after the tornado ends. So if you place the first tornado in front of the opponent's card and the second one in the direction of the north, but a bit more in that direction, then even after those 2 tornadoes run out, the card will still go backwards, facing their own king tower. Number 9, you can give almost any melee card in the game unlimited range. If you deploy your melee card right beside any fast-moving card, like a Hog Rider or Goblin Swarm for example, if done right, it will attack the card while being like 4 tiles away. And this is a melee card, so this is very weird to happen by the way. Now this has happened many times, it's more of a glitch than an actual game mechanic. This can be considered a useful glitch. Number 10, if you max out your side of the map with buildings everywhere, to the point where there's no more spots for buildings to be placed, sometimes a glitch will occur where the building will go outside of the map. Even though this has never happened in an actual Clash Royale game, if you're trying to have fun with your friend, maybe trying to see where buildings will end up going if you just screw around with them enough, then do this method, have a lot of fun, and if you get any cool clips, send it to me to be featured on the channel. Number 11, you can close the tombstone hatch. This isn't a Clash Royale glitch, this is actually a Clash Royale Easter egg encouraged by Supercell themselves. If you have any deck with a tombstone in your hand and you place it on the card, if you exit Clash Royale, fully exit the game and quit Clash Royale, when you join back in 10 seconds, the tombstone hatch will be closed. Even though the hatch is closed, you can still spawn skeletons from the tombstone, and in case any of you are wondering, you still can do this Easter egg right now in Clash Royale. I just did this today, and it was amazingly fun to do. Number 12, you can log the P.E.K.K.A across the river. If you go ahead and do a friendly battle with a good friend of yours, if you time it right, you can place a log against the enemy P.E.K.K.A to make it go across the river. Now this does work with any card in the game that can take a log hits, including the Golem, the Giant, but with the P.E.K.K.A it is easiest to bait because it is a very slow moving card that isn't building focused, which makes it extremely easy to bait, unlike these defensive focusing cards like the Giant and Golem card. Number 13, you can spawn the bomb tower without the actual bomber. If you go ahead, play around with your Clash Royale deck, move your bomber inside and outside your deck. Eventually over time, the bomber will disappear from the bomb tower when you go to place it down. Now you can't actually physically place down the card on the battlefield, you can only place down the ghost of it. Number 14, if timed right, the Hog Rider can jump over a log and an Executioner Axe. By placing your Hog Rider near the middle of the map, it will jump to each tower side depending on where you angle it. He will then jump right over the river and dodge a log or an Executioner Axe if you do time it properly. Maybe this tactic can save you a couple Hog Rider hit points. Just another cheeky tactic. Number 15, if you're using a very cheap deck with like maybe an average cost of 2.9 or 2. Whatever, just a very cheap deck, you can go ahead, use all 4 of your fingers, and you can drag all 4 cards on the field at once. If you're going for a very rushed double lane push, maybe this tactic can work, but just saying, as a player, I've never seen an actual person put down all 4 cards at once, and even 2 cards at once. Number 16, by placing your pump right beside your king tower, a bit to the left or a bit to the right, if the princess, your opponent's princess, is near the middle of the map, if she does attack your pump, she will actually activate your king tower. A very cheeky way to activate your king tower, one that I personally did not know about, and a method I'll definitely try out in the future. Number 17, if you hate facing those pesky goblin bells and pesky minor cards, use your tornado spell to bring over those cards to your king tower to just activate it. Because a king tower and a regular tower, when combined, it's pretty good on defense. Finally, at number 18, you can request Epic Sunday a bit quicker by changing your time zones. If you go to your phone and you change your location to the place on Earth where time or the day starts the quickest, by just simply changing your time to that, you will get to request Epic Sunday a bit quicker than everybody else. If you're ever wondering, why does somebody in my clan chats on a Saturday request Epic Sunday, like, near midnight? That's because they've changed their time zone to the place on Earth where Sunday happens the quickest. Alright, so I hope everybody enjoyed today's top listing video telling you about 18 things most players didn't know they could do in Clash Royale. Of course, if you're a very experienced player, you might have known most of these things on this list, if not everything. But for these very new players, if you did find this video helpful or educational, then a like is much appreciated. Remember to send me your cool Clash Royale clips for your chance to win either a decent iTunes giveaway, and to also be featured on the next Clash Royale compilation of the best funny moments, glitches, and fails. And as always, you guys have been epic, and I'll catch you all in the next Clash Royale video. Peace out, everybody.